Sanotie, obreni was you, opening was senso, Zena Yine Bancaso, Tuntumbrani, Obibini, the bones are running, Jimmy Sue, oh, do you need a fuba on the neighbor? Need a fuba on the neighbor?
Hello, and you're not a fool. Medin the Eunice. You're the Inchashayabi Brower Yatunidi Ubadana. Who met me up from a Mrs. Soto. I met you also as a puppy. You're the program be Brower your friend said Ubadana from 11 to Anajo 12. And you're the share Anajo Essence and what's in Kualanada. Because you become about our real moon sem, a dear moon sem, say a brocha man, yes, a moon penny. Yes, a moon said you're pretty fast a pebble. Now, slave queens no edge of Koteketwa and Yashi, Kotekasia and Yashi. They were the idiots to be the Obai. They were the idiots and Yashi. You bet church or how I bet you find your friend at Obano. It's be a reverend. See, I'm every Saturday from 11 to 12. Now, pay one grown. A bear the they will make it sure same another. Bye bye. Majima Konya idea, no winning the Intia Majima Konya. Higher Obada Najuma Dienso. Said the Debbie I wouldn't know. Me say, me di, Ankasa de me di the Eunice. Now from a Mrs. Odo, baby I wish me piano. Tiamu from me, hello, Mrs. Odo. Now Major was to say, a ship up in ye. Me that was it, so what you bread, now I did a Konya. Esha me, our prayer winners TV so. Me pacho, ube to me, and we are our YouTube. Ko prayer winners TV na hwehwe your YouTube na subscribe make a subscriber ube say ya try be subscribe me a subscribe button na so now we are be say adoma bi wo so I bell sign bi wo so the patcho me a that notification no me a bell adoma no so na say anytime you beba live no ube nya notification e ho hia say be send no link no ye nya ba pe we first person na ube nya ho notification and I Facebook and so ube hu yen e wo prayer winners TV uko Facebook show prayer winners TV not follow the same thing I'll be on YouTube no Facebook follow yen na anytime you beba live no be sure we ube nya notification akwa ba say afei na wakan ye ho a ene ye de dwuma die foforo bi e bro me ma me otimi nsabenkum so say de bia munim no ye friend the lady pastor senna ye counselor ba ko pe mo me nyame nyame show say ene so de bia ye to yansa friend na oba odi ahomeka so eba na ye nua ba ote me nsa nipa so ye friend no oba ya sika ai oba ya sika oba onni sika ade ache so oba counterfeit onni oba ono coins ebi kran ni no ompe na emom so wo bi sika bi de brand na mpacho fa brand no ono owo sika machine e wo ni fie obeye sika ni na afoforo na ye new nti waji bray a wo hwe ye no so bebi a wo bia no me ma akwaba Mrs. Odo ejumedie ni na obada na jumedie no waba so no akwaba bebi bia wo bia me sra ofro obi no fra obi na ofro obi se obada na jumedie no ene ye dia ba so programming edutwemu bebi a ye na ye di so ye na ye topic hu obada na program bi wo a counterfeit ye die na ye papa ye da se ene ya ba can be about nkitawudie e wo awawe mu ana relationship mu meka nkitawudie a communication in marriage or relationship na associate ka communication kra any die ben e pacho before you be koso no so wo program bi na opese e bomu de roma wa de bia meka se e bia bibi na wo ton dwumedie bi na wudi na opese e bomu de roma wa eye die na wo ya pacho ye beba wo de ro ama me dia me se wo ya wanza munimpo na nkwala ya wo mbofro no twa mutedua wo da fa program bra beba wo de ro ama na emom anse na beba wo de ro me pacho ese ehu se dwumedie no aban hya asase ye mpese obakotwa wie na obi di akon na obi di na later the problem bra ye tin pacho obi bi sa for number we 0745 9374 776 0745 9374 776. If I talk with friend now, a strictly business, and nothing I bear to so mammy, say, and I'm a question on Bacho there be. Who friend now, Ebia ma, and a papa program waiting na me from Michelle, well, Obada Najumedian, so na me per se, we be deep me program in Kobo. Yako commercial break, a bucket swear be se sia, J. Akonyana train ye, ya beba se sia, chamio, and Kobe bia, ya base sia. Here for near the poor. Meeting the units. Put me friend in the sense of na my job was so a shepherd penny. Yeah, the program be by Mwakumo ya to need in self obada na. Yeah, the time nini na be bremo enche. Na ya child is shaswa. Ya ben anajo. Ma me papa make sure so banada. Cause our programming ya worry phone kwandia. Ya mama ne papa. Ona obetis for bane de jemo. Ya manage de jemo. A man calling to be o. Make sure so mwada. Enche. Ya de bebro. This is Odoni. Bye-bye. Pay na wa join ye ya. Aha ya wo bada na dwumedie so. E wo prayer winners TV so. Me pa cho me sure so wo be share na wa invite some obi. No invite obi ama me say Mrs. Odo agi egwa wa ba wasane counselor 1 any oba ya sika aba enti bra na be hwe ye. Ya be kasa afa communication. Na aso ya ka communication kura e dia ba ni communication nkitawudie a ewo awawe mu ana empena twimu. I know say communication is very important but mommy pacho ya mawakwaba na ya ka communication and pacho communication kura no ene dia be
yes me da say etifo ni ahwefo nyankopon onhyira mo say enen so aye ne pe say ye de sa programming e de ba na ye say asoma ye kan ye say communication no be bisasa so communication kra anything asa ne kan ye say nkita ho now can say it is the impacting or the transmitting of information from one person to the other and a communication could be in various shapes or form answer in various forms obi to make us or ebi ana say telephone so obi to make us text message obi so be ka so na say me computer betimi I then communicate senia mo hwe ye then we are communicating an information well ntina say ka say communication and kita ho die as a nipa mienu then ye di nkita ho bi ana say wo de information bi ana say bibi to abonten amani pe hu ni awo patre me patre no na communication
yo ya da se mama obaya yɛka communication po no mpakyɛw ɛyɛ dabade
ahwɛfoɔ ne atiefoɔ baabi a wɔ bi a nyame nhyira wo sɛ saa berɛ yi wabɛka yɛ ho ɛwɔ dwumadi a yɛdi a yɛfrɛ no wo baada na yɛka communication a communication ɛne deɛn communication yɛ nipa mmienu a ɔmo di nkitahodie na ɔmo di nkɔmmɔ ɛne yɛfrɛ no communication enipa baako ntumi ntena ase sɛ ɔno ankasa de ne ho communicate bibi gye sɛ ɔne obi foforɔ ɛna ɛyɛ dɛn communicate te sɛ fon a yɛ use yi obi etumi send message ma obi esan sɛ ɔne obi yɛ dɛn communicate enti saa na memete communication deɛ ase sɛ nipa mmienu communicate wobɛtumi de wo laptop ɛne obi communicate wobɛtumi de phone ɛne obi communicate sɛ woni wo kunu ti anaasɛ obusuani bi ti a kasa mo kasa no like the way can no ɛno na yɛ frɛ ne sɛn communication the free obi anumu ba a obi ɔwɔ no so wait train so respond no ɛna yɛ frɛ ne communication sana me tia sɛn nyame nhyira o
okay yeah that's say mommy obaya cause do no do tia sense communication yɛ wo send information so the also betumi the laptop phone enemre social media that room out to me communicate wo bia and mommy na communication po no is it really important communication at DNF akwa na friend communication or important
onya menchira unse communication mo a basic skill a wo se nipa bia hia e wo na brabo unse yete a ye ka say we are communicating because when nipa ni communicate then you'll be able to understand and said and na wutimi hu nia open aden atre unse edi kan bibia say be a computer so and as a telephone so and as a face to face communication unse so pese wo ma obi ti bibia se a nipa no se ya ne beka no obi oho a onfa na sompo wano o hwe se nya nsam no ye den air drop from wano no eye bibia hu hie yie nsan kita hudi aye kan obi be taking it for granted but me funny say ewo sitting a woman I say in our day-to-day activity no communication key. Funny say be a winning obite na bibi ewo na dwunmu anasa woni akola. Let's just take that example say akoda awa wono we dey be abe from 1 day to about 8 months 9 months maybe a year wukasa akola me ne communicating ebia na science anasa akola no eniji obeya anse to atoto no se de obese na obon se bia na ni age. But look at it this way. Say, bibi eha kodana. Ebi akola ne yare. Who as the parents? Ebi osha akola su akole me share niya me bia ide asesa. Akola ne ntimi mbie na no nka nkyerɛ say, "Mama anase papa, adie we na eye den eye me." Nti as a parent you begin to second guess. Na die na eye me be na ho adra na ne yefun ada ofia na say ohum ni ti ho ayehia na say bisa. Ti communication here very very vital. Our day-to-day lives dealing with people.
Medase mama na obaya communication ya won hia me de ka won say de won hia bisa wo de won say
communication there ehun hia pa communication say ye ne ye makra e kasa no say akola no duru age bia e wo say wutimi ni communicate say de be ya bibi ko so wona brabom na nya obetumi ayede aka kiro sana awarie mu enso eye de ete sana empratwi mu nso eye de ete se de be ya se half no bibi ha no a mo na woni ni di nkomo no se bibi ha na obetumi aye de aka kiro ena communication ni mu no mu communicate a ena mo ani nso betumi aye de age because mo communicate no se bibi ha obi obetumi aka se obi nso ani di a mo na mo communicate no nipa no so ebe ye de ebeka ena nipa no mo beka bibia eyese de na mani ayede age but say abusua na say bebia communication eni ho no wo be kono na wait ne phone so wo be kono wait wodin wo be kono wait wodin ebi kura na other half no bibia de eha no but because o muntimi communicate no ontumi nka ne eha ne nyede enkyere ne half no eba san so so a ema anije nyede anije enifie and as I say, so adi asanji communication between say ye ni ye kuru no man say ye partners no and no ne phone because obi wo hokra na ni kunu wo fie na say na yiri wo fie a one ni bedi nkomo no e bia ye phone so e na wo ye dey ote but say mummy no moti wona moye anobaba ye no obia betumi aka bibia ye de ha no obi betumi aka bibia ma na ni ye de eje enti communication de e ya de a ehu hia pa e wa setena mu na me hwira mu
yo ye da se obaya communication ya de a eho hia e wa tetena mu ipacha wote wona se wonim communication a ena ye bewie topic about communication no na wasua bibi efru mesan say ye ma me mo ama ye wu say communication play a big vital role our real and nasa relationship mu na mommy it is that much important and then our real bebre etumi gu ebia oh misunderstand oba bi o tumi ka say oh me reading na adwenhwe so bi o tumi ka bia one na nka o but ada na we musa wo kunu no o on de me kwa kan say no beka ebia no we musa no na ba ne say no bi o tumi say ni kunu we dia mi ko busa no kra no say no beka
And that's most often than not, people begin to second guess what the other one is thinking. And in a relationship, you cannot second guess.
okay
The way to keep, everything moving, say, bibi because of come communication. Because say, bibi how what no one can nipa ni hunu ontimi hu wadwene. One say, obi timi ka so nipa we de menen etina ya che. Enti no or kasakra edu baby a mitimi hu ni opeso eden okano. And no you're different because it's because that communication is there and automatically they become telepathic. But what I say telepathic. And they say, oh, ultimate wana nipa ni kasani adia because we nim no one natana. And I will say communication wa home. Say bibi ha nipa ni mpoa. Ebi not one money yi. Mwafane say agragro na mudin komo. Things that are mumu feel say enye important. Say as time goes on, now it brings out the deeper feelings that nipa no feel. But what am I say? It is so because be a communication. No, don't second guess. Say nipa no bibi no na sonye ebiana at that time no on person obede obeka wansa. But that doesn't mean say you should let go. Me won say be a mirror bibi ayeden how bibi hye oso. De bi anye say na wo yeden. Eniama eti anase me won say bibi hye oso. Anya bia is that something I can do? And also, can I do anything to help? Well, as you do this, maybe I'm not groaning. Well, then it just starts. Not communication, I then. I started. Only then I'll be with the person's innermost feelings, what they are thinking. Now, so to us, say you second guess, you get it wrong. Because you see, a 3-way and your boyfriend, now I pay more than and it's a way I can say, oh, do a bepo between one, I know the end, you must have. Don't second guess. No, effective communication that will bring up all these things.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Obaya, I am to me, say the mommy kind, me busan, to me guess mo be say bia oh, and then I'll buy at one busan say bia then I'll yes so on the obeka say. As well, what's up will get mo be so where them kobusan the obeka ni and I said still it was so busa although you say no obeka but still it was so busana.
Mimi didn't say so I was so busy because that moment when you imagine I won the panel it's him. Men can say oh wait there me guest system could be saying obey the obeka and yes say bia Danny day now winning it here winning at for so many years I wouldn't him said your tintino that time no so be who na say bia could be an asemwa same way no obey day obeka bia that day no the wo jinin and I said you will guest in a bia yes an obey day obeka what I say to be biano and kase who gets to say nipano o miko bisano say crano ebia say no be catch them ebia say no be catch them by me bisano but who bisano e ye ne kwan so no say wo say who bisano na wo tie asem be fini pana no mu so aye dey e de aba enti e ye say wo betie obi anu asem na waka say enipa we dey say na me dwen say me bisano kra obeka enti e ye say obeko nipa no wako bisano say wo be guest say oh, say na nipa we die obeye dey obeka e no die communication e ba ne sa enye papa
Me das obaya mommy na communicate ye ka communicate me pa cha afi no wa join yen ya ye mo akwa baba obada na jumedie so ye ka topic about communication either in marriage or in relationship afi na wa ba nya bre na tena se ye das mommy won so bi wo ha o kasa o me yiri di opekasa me kunu di opekasa dodo ebia oh odo enem no onkomo oh yate abre o pekasa dodo eno no eno na eche sei Sebia kasa na nipa nempe anaso obi wa communication on summarizing enye ne baako obi wa asem etwe o mi na metaye asem etwe mu me da manko ama me want me amesa kopejaba Mr. Odobert na say we kan we mu say that I'm not okay with that odo etwe mu enti na no aya na ye nya kwan empense mu wie anase communication no na aya we don't go much into details
onya minshra say to me be me feel say to me be asem ne say na bia wo say ye kama ni se na bia na yan kama na nsisa last week me can say be you say a marriage and as a marriage the coming together of two forgivers say ya mo kono say nipa na bibimpo na wonye ya e was wutimi jemu and then you move on from there because if you keep dwelling on the past na me make atro enye den enkoye asem bia ba beto manim Bema ne say the wife always reminds him of his past mistakes. Nti sisi ano why then why you fed up? Our rene cry he's no longer interested. And I'm saying not just as idea we also say there is not an effective communication. The lady in America say you know you need to understand say everybody is fallible. Obia you gullible. Say we make mistakes. Me pacho
Councilor the obrofo no pacho wonti ase a ka kire me say mommy chechemu o na yesa for dictionary to nchen because and I want to tell boys akasa
say ye nyina ye gullible you know ye timi aye mistakes but say eba ne say tembia na wo kai nipa no of the past mistakes enye no akaso oh yeah obi be say ma we are very good at keeping dates you remember on the 13th of January 1993 you did this 20th of March 1997 we say 19th of September we say with him sanya mano emwa because every time you do that ubon say it raises an argument in the relationship every time instead of communicating effectively no na kwakwakoye wonchi nentawantawa emwa enti he se nipa no ekokoye ya in fact Mr. Odo was saying ne eye and na wo Mrs. Odo so wo wusia sanya maybe sa na wo so wuja ye den e de to nchen because enyesa you will never be able to move on now want to mean communicate what you need to do is say the mistake can nipa bebre eye ne say we try to communicate when there is tension we try to communicate when there's an argument media me meka say when there is an issue to be settled Emra akoma ewo sro na enkrofo buefu no onua that is not the time to communicate I was said remove yourself from the situation you know give it time maybe a day or two and then come back na no pono coming back no it depends on how you deal with the situation send your nini pan ebe kasa
but what must no be ma bi wa wo say ename uko nya start so uko bring it topic what say dem na nini what say dem na nini who say we no be kan what say dem na
there be who say e wo kwanya obefa na why den wo so waka no oh because most of the time no nipa ni feel so you're right into no me can say send ya obeti ase no that is not communication you are imposing your will on the other person
controversial man bi wa hawa o da mo twam de ne beba makatam de ne beba ono oyam I reserve my comment.
Sometimes the time to communicate is key. And I make her say, Yenjinan krani muntete krani. But what am I saying? And you know, say, whilst the anger is raging, you cannot communicate because most of the time, when we speak out of anger, I guarantee you, you regret it. You regret it. Into what you do, remove yourself from the situation. Remove, re-evaluate. Once you remove yourself, you re-evaluate the situation. By what time no na akubana eden abafom. Inti sanya na ewoso na gegegege you look at it and say, oh, actually, maybe you know what? It's not what it was as I thought it was. Inti the banesa communication and so is on a different level. But se wo gine mu na emra ekoso na so ya onuame na mekatro he ubenu nwa ma na remember words you speak in anger you cannot take back. Nyaminsha
won so mame ya kan say bo mema na mo ye bibini ya chi mukitu bi na eni e be ka WhatsApp no amuna ade be chi no amuna edi 10 years kwa ebebusa wo de amuna wanim oba ya na woni so de na be ka fa
na tesa sema ya kan
ya te ya fa labi say ya te ya be fa na we ya fa oba ya de na be ka fa we o
okay me so minim ni say communication no obi o ho a ebia nipa no wo half no waka bibi ebia de okaye no anye wo de na wonim se sa time no wo koka asem no a e de abufuo be ye de ebeba enti that day no a men ka asem bibia what I say because ena asem bia wo beka bia na esese wo dwen ho ansa na waye de waka ena mpanifo kra ka se abufuo we eye dambo tiawa se wo bufu sesi a wo betumi aye bibia ochina no na wenu ho se wo ye de wo ye but ebia na sa time na ye too late because wo bufu asem bi wo ho efi wa no ba enye se bia be ma no so ni bufu na asem bi fi na no ba enye enti sa time a wo hu se we bu afu no ense se wo bi se bibia ense se wo ka bibia na twen se nipa na koma be ye de ebeba fom se ebi o de whole week ni nyina nipa no sa de ni be hye ne so a ma ne bu afu but me mi sa ne sa week no wo de twen ma na koma nto ne yem se 1 month kura na koma beto ne yem a twen kosi se na koma be ye de ebeto ne yem enti se na koma to ne yem sa time na wo de wodo ani wo buo kwan so aye den e de ebisa no so ebia wodo we de mesre wo asem we ya me bebisa we adanu se ni ye si ye no mesre wo enka ye se ya nka ye de eye se eye se ne asem ebefi wa no aye de aba because asem na efi wa no aba no obi ho asem na efi na no aba no kra nipa na ojancha na put ni off because wa no ne kra obebie ne kra na eye na bufu adentia because asem efi wa no ba na o tie no enya asem ya asem ye de papa ebema nipa no na koma ye de ato ne yem but se ne ewu bebisa asem no eno so eka ho se before ho a membisa nipa no wa bra ne buefu membisa nipa no because ekoba ne sa ebekokofa ensem ayeden e de aba enti membisa nipa no twen ne nipa na koma nye de ento ne yem se nipa na koma to ne yem a na wo de odo ne ahobrase e de bisa no a mejidi ye se asumdue su be ye de ebebe fie
da se nyame hwa obaya o hwe na se nibu efu a be pa chow twen na koma ba fom na ebom edi 1 year na koma ma fom a o de twen akoma ne ba fom pe asem no busa no wate bisa no obwa busa no unya peja no e mebu efu gegegege so bo manimbra fom ne bu pa fom na o ye se no yenka sa dakro akoma beba fom ena mommy we ye wo sometimes say the obaya kai ni ye wo tonation bi wo ha can also becomes a problem and say bia me pa bra one said the way I tone no ebeko no e bia na me problem is say e bia na wo you don't mean it before so e wo bra enye before so obi okra bia na ni age one say bi wa me start to me need to be bro so na me di jimi wow me ni age o so na beka say bia me bu na afo enti sometimes no obi onim when the husband is in the area and the husband whoever is angry and now when he's happy and no how will you differ when the man is happy and he is not happy at that moment so be on no military rules straight face they be an enemy straight and up an enemy straight pem enemy straight mukojare enemy straight budidi enemy straight enti be say no when is it appropriate say hey me kun de be an enemy zero on sere asere sama on sere obey before complain for only be so when would you know say this is the right time to ask him this question and I said this is not the right time abro no de be an face here say go your face
that's it who say nipa bia when you live with somebody and say when you live with people you study them you get to know them you know what makes them tick and what doesn't you know when they're happy and when they're not Ntiemfani say when you know very well say nipa no he's not in a happy mood sapme na kokko bisa na say now bisa who say what do you expect and say what you expected etomre bia you know sometimes you just need to be silent not say a word hey let it go on for as long as the reason why I'm saying this because word na beka no near de beba no ehun hia enti no wo dey silent one thing and quite right someone said you're saying men hate silence it's true Because you know what, let me tell you, you know what silence does to a person? A reno. Dear Nerino, Onyaya, Nenka won't be son. Onyaya Nenka say, but as long as you keep silent, a time will come because you know what, darling, the other day, what happened? Well, because Ebiana and Cosumpo Nampo, Ebiana what joined the white dream. No, because, oh, darling, okay, said Danu said, he said, oh, sir. And then he begins to speak. And if I know saying the name you straight, and he said, let me tell you something. There is always a time. Darling. Darling. Oh, there is always a time that is conducive. Usually, Memeka said in our setting, Memeka said, why do you say dawn is mostly the perfect time to speak to somebody? When you're now, whatever is, because that time the world is calm. Everything around you is calm. You both have some sleep. And maybe had a time to think about what has happened. But what I said, it's all because they be an enemy straight, they are an enemy straighter. Bibisao, a crime bench now the fire would be sana. Because you see where your treasure is, that is where your heart is. Or being worrying a town full, like we've always said. And you know, hey, if there is an issue, let me tell you, both parties will want that issue to be sorted. One can play as stubborn as they want, but they still want that issue sorted one way or the other. No, Bibi said time, Ben, when you know he's in a very happy mood, that is the time to deal with it. But so when I was saying, Nippon de Biana straight saying, hey, I don't, and you before so. If you're more with devotion area, and I say, Bibi, I say, oh, Mira, and I said, darling, I'm really sorry. Ebia, I want us to discuss something. Ebia, where you before so. Mekana mankani ya me pacho fachebe. But what am I say? No more can boko. Oh, sir, I didn't realize so Ebia, I hurt your feelings. I didn't realize I did way I have. Oh, and yes, I cry, send you out cry. That is not what happened. What was that? Because it's easy to perceive what someone else is thinking. We a mistake when you think that this is what the person is thinking. You cannot think for a person. Into whatever it is, go and ask them. But a quanya or the first or the baby son, and then the baby son no air vital.
Me that say, Mama, or say, oh, share ada or good mood, muno. No, busan. Me dey come make say share. Ada mo ye ma me ne papa. I say, I say, we don't mammy come from job. And me my no mo ho ba I almost promise pa. Or do say or the me carry plane. We do fear me sa car no say that no say me boss beto plane na mama. Maintain one sim bia me ho one sim bia my. Atam na say mo happy mood mono. Bobby also a mouth busa because put me off. Me ho ajojo me ho aba. Pachaya. You. The mama busa oba ya na me see the ono so beka. O de o tambe na o da. Why bibi na so kata so. We no emu na nanim. Obefio a remember so sometimes for me a tricky. Utum say we dey ya no pojo obeka o. Dey bi obefio we mu na. Dey bi obefio mu na. Mudi nkomo 1 2 no say boni age kaka no ahye dey mu na because no say my munape obebusa me. Nti bi say no tambe na wo say ubusa ne say kofanko ade na reche say.
Nyami straw. Ade na oyeye no etresen. Enye o say nye time anipa no buefu na say obisa no. E na de o kan say nipa no onim say obebisa no. Enti time bia no ne bua ye den. We ne buefu anase wa ye nanim style bi wa ye nanim basa. Okay, wa ye nanim basa. Daku obeye nanim kama ama we ye den. Ama we bisa no. Ama ono so aye den. Ama ono so eyi ano. But we say nye time bia na say ye half efom a. Enye time bia na say we bisa no. Obi wo ho a no onim say time say anytime say na we say me bisa no because say nipa no one ne tena. Ese se wo hu sene ni suban eye ni suban eti eden eti ese se wo hu se nipa we sa die we time say na me bisa no a eye time say na me bisa no a enye den enye but ade a me nso me sa nim ne se time a wo ne be ma no eda mpemu no bibi a wo be bisa be ma no obeka no kra atro minim se 90% o mo beka no kra ye den atro because onim se sa time ne die ese se oji bibia free ho nti no ade a ubisa no no obeye dey obeka aye dey atrew ene no so nanten a bia time amoada ahomache ni bibi no wanyane no o do mesre wase ma mi bebisa we mesro enye ebufuo kwanso we dey mesre asem a esi ye mesre mesrɛ wo ka nokora yɛ dɛ ɛkyerɛ me wohu sɛ ɛyɛ sɛnea wobɛka asɛm no obi wɔ hɔ a sɛnea obɛbisa no no ebia kora wada wo na wabɔ no sɔre sorry na mimi sa wade na si ya no sorry be ma ne be ka o wodom unim se ma bre ma me ndaka o se sorry ma mbisa wa na dwuwe ya me mpene sorry na be ma bi wo ho ani bubefu bona obobo ne sa ne bubefu am na ko that guest room but remember so ko that guest room a eye one program eye one kasa program it eye kwan a obefa so a obeye den obebisa no ebi cry bona obebona wa bona odobo bi baby me show what you say what kiss me be another oban so we don't suffer the city no suffer na from na we who say oh we dey ebufu ni kwan so what you say eno na obisa bibia obetumi ayede ayiwa no enye sene obi befu a obebo no enye sene obi okro obisa bibia me dey sorry but enya sa na sese ye de sese ba no e wo mre bia sese wo hu have se ne one ne te emra sese wo ye de ubisa ne bibia wonim sese ade na ubisa no obetimi ayi wa no papa ama ni die ni asomdwe aye de abefie nya misra
me da se o ka se fansa fa ne chi mama me du me chi ma se ho na me feeling wo no bibisa enianom na adofo afi na wa join ya ye mo akwa aba eba Obada na dwumadie ye so me se wo hia mo abonti afra me se so do na meje wo so se ehwe papa ni me sra wo so wo dwumadie bi na pese ye bo hu de Roma wa ye the number bi to dwa obetumi afresa number no na wo ni yen aka wasem na ye be kro kwan a obefa so a wo be ye ho aha ye prayer witness TV so also a program na pese wo be just slaughter you can still call the same number obe hu yen e wo YouTube and so pacho YouTube no before you go there no pacho you have to subscribe. Go subscribe we are not what me bell notification so in case I say anytime you beba live you know about your ubenya notification say after no what join here and patcho me so be share what tag you be no invite you be esan say and ye can about communication our wiemu nkita wudi our relationship mu any our wiemu aso empo eyese ehuhia anase ehuhia say relationship mu po e wo se yenya nkita wudie na emre ben po na wo se unya nkita wudie ye be ko commercial break se sia aba e pa cho be bibia wo biara jebre na tena se na twen ye me hu se comment bebre aba e pa cho menya mre na makan mo comment ni na se afei na wa join ye nso a e pa cho nya kwan na jebre na tena se twen ye enko be bia se sia ye ba se sia
Mira fupa un bebé. Mira fupa un bebé. Mira fupa un bebé. Masuri anoba. Mi ufamio. Oto afilano. Mina. Sema bemu kwa. Osuri
mo sama for bebrede or mo comment about. Me read the comment a feel love you. Also, communication is key. Is the most important tool in a relationship. Though effective communication, you gain respect. Exactly. Build on your love and intimacy. Effective communication is what binds two lovers together. I agree with you, my brother. And without communication, relationship does not exist. Of course, communication can take different form. Body, eye contact, mommy or lady, your counselor. They be your money eye contact. Or mutuwa no aye no kakrana share. What they obetumi akache ni kuru so ncho we ni so di ni keke be ne sign. Now, you see the eye contact, etc. In short, facial expression creates communication. Exactly, Labi. I agree with you. Sometimes for me, it's good say or they and what, but one say even with a ma, be or mudi or mweni and a yes sign at your way. Ebia oba they were out to us and no I all sign. Papa say be at now ye and I be say ye, but a man be is it they are not too quick to learn and I say they are not informed and they are not in that terms because you know sometimes some me cry you are pie na ebufu aba na ebia odo mpesa me react ya to me boneni na te say ora kwa no tu na we bo ba bi wo ha ya boneni no oboa okra na obekasa no hwe embo wani nchame o embo wani nchame na no obe then a pacho
say every relationship a dynamic assembly may say is based on communication, love, respect and trust. Sanya mafoi love, respect, communication and trust. Say etomre bia enye wano keke na ode beden ode be kasa twa nipa no ebi o wa ewo wo body language and I say eni obeye obi o just the way you turn your head say something obi o the how stern or how soft you look at he knows what you mean by that mpacho otama say nti communication dey enye say ebiye and it's good say bia nipa mu because ontimi nkonko ka so ubie wa no anaso yesia no eba ne sa we gu animu ase egu no ankasa so animu enhu animu ase and nti no there needs to be some rapport no between what's a relationship no nyonkofa o nyonkofa nti se nipa ne wadamfo na se bia memfa ne se otewo no nti wo yi ti se bia emema ne bia obi otena se ne wagya ne ho gbaya na che say they forget about themselves ni ade bia na ne fly na say ne trousers fly na say na otewo untimi sorry ntina onka so and I will fly ebi but what am I say once you gain his eye contact now we who what you mean by that but what am I say unya eye contact no the minute your eye comes down no we who your patch now I the wine here the same way no about to na we jeja ho keke na to na unye oba de otena sia kausre bon wo who can na boss kro kausre bon no we pija wonan enye san so they across your legs mpacho what am I say na che say why then masa otena se na nye abema no obu ne ni tro ba ko pe na o so ye den hu ni o pe so ye den o hye mpacho what am I say asa obi amenim no oba no bema ne mpetwing ama ye we e wa bonten oba no so kotene ni pemu efe na o chakam bema ne tunefo a ontie dakro ni pemu bema ne ka kire nse yewra jankrasesem na wuje oba ne se bema ne gu ne ho animu a egu ne animu ase nti no for a week wan kasa bema no say na kra maka kire se me mpetwing ama ye we ne sa ni pemu nso de anga nkoja no nchi na what is this? Not just say, hey, your friend be etiquette. Let's learn. Communication comes with etiquette. I was saying, when I'm the idea, and if in every relationship, let me tell you something. Say to yourself, I need to better myself. You know, you are bettering yourself for the relationship, for your partner, and more so for yourself. What I say, say, funny said, it's no bema nisha or not be out into my echa. Hey, and the communication, yeah, the any modernity now. I was saying, sorry, and you to one of the child moon, we shall with dressing gowns or morning gown. What I say, hey, Batman won't crack. I said, the more you do that, so him say, you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for him. Darling, you know what? It looks good on you. Or Kokruma, or who near fan, what on what you are doing it, you know. Communication, or be all near you, or show you, say, hey, now when you if he say, no, you don't do that. But automatically, sir, yeah, I've had it in my things for a long time. But you know, this is the only one left. Oh, really? Oh, Pierre, he knows what he has to do. There are subtle ways of communicating with people, especially with our partners, our husbands, and what have you, you know. And me catch us a command resistant crampa. You say asamba, I know near the county and fast can you
that's it. Yamisha, Mama. Asamba, there are no possia, neka, and fast can engine. Obia Busa question, you all. Now, metro my technical team, Bapabua. O ye de wa background ho ase o kan okuti obo mane kutia ase obeka my before o de me obi abusa question be answer before be answer no be man na be gina no answer question no e koma mema e mema na ye pese ye busa mo mada me nchore o be otumi da o so wa de nani bakwato oba se masada wo hu so babada o be da sa question bako me yare odo na bibi. Hey, mommy, your bio be say, don't use sex to solve a problem. The problem will always be there. In fact, a DA and solve a problem. And yes, a problem. New bewo de bia problem or honor some cano. Not so dinner some band will be on the week for this afan one about it. Now who say no problem, that's so no one can. But you also at that moment, only how to communicate with them, and be also to me the to me so bon say if I won't come say na almost a cabo meeting no we no maybe sir you be inviting about so or your bema or then you how do they solve it you be answer free no timpacho yeah prepare mic back over be here I'm the camera no retro no be who baby out Obaya inti no sex no sorry to say in that impemun agro no to me Emma like it's not and so your communication me boa obi wo ha or nothing be can be or do say the oh yeah no one ye ni na bia pai o bibi sa won inti no no to me e de nkita hudie ba na
no etimi de nkita hudie eyi de eba who say depend say the nipa na wote obi wo ho a onim se mukodru sa enda nimu a waye omfonso krampo a okase one obeda obibie na no akase odi ayede odi achew but na nimu no onfanye de onfanche owie a de san woni tirim no egusu woni tirim because de ohwehwe ne nsa ayede ne nsa aka but obi wo ho so a enye sa na ote oni waye sa de na wie no de wo na komemu no odi ayede odi achew esunu se ni onipa bia ye de ete obi ho no beda wie de waye no onu da wie onim se wanya de waye wie wanya de opene wie a wawie de ehye ni tirim na ehye ni tirim de ese se oye wo ho ma wu hu se ade na ubisa no no oguso e de otan oguso ewo ni mu no obeya ma wahu se sa ade ni guso eye de ewo ni mu esunu se ni onipa bia ye de ete esunu senie onipa bia eyede ete enu na wo se wu se mi kunu we anase me yire no edu baby say ya say na wo yede ote ena edu baby su say ya say ena ote obi wo ho a obeka se oh me dia chew enso onfanye den onfanche wo
the feelings
open feelings into so nya sa feelings ni wi a ye behwe but anya sanso necessary yede eba no esese wo ka se nipa no wo di ahye no a woni ni de wi a saade no so e wo se etuo yede etwa na saade no efri obi a akomemu because eba ne sa na se wo di ebufu hye wakomemu se oh mi kunu waye mi sei me yire waye mi sei we waye mi sei ya time bi asumdwe nyede eni fie obi oho a osi o wo de se wo pa bedie se wo pa bedi ma me fama o se me de ma wi na asa so de waye me no pese me de uche bedi e wo se ne nipa no be fa so obeye de obeka de o ka cho se wo pese me no da bra na me fa wo nda eno no me nya sure se as de na ewo ni mu no wo de beche but enne na o pese wo ne da no eno ni ade a eye de ehia no enti niama bebre wo ho a enye enemu nko a ena o si o nipa no o me ni dawie a odi ache me obi o ni dawie a on fa nche wo da ebegusu a woni mu esunu seni onipa bia ye den eti enti esese wo hunu se wo half no so a woni ne te no woni na tena ache a se woni ne ntena ye kura nche ya esese woni ne ntena ye nche ya na saa ne ma no e ba esese wo hu se de nipa ne suban ye de eti woni na tena ache so e wo se wo hu se de nipa ne suban eye de eti we de me de mana on fa nche me ma fa ma no a on fa nche me but e wo senie wo be ye de wo be ka no obi wo ho a e na ye counselor e ka no obi wo ho a enibo pa ye friend enibo o chiri baako oya de na nye na bia ne partner no e ma ne eye contact a ono on fa wonye hwe enye de wo de ma no na ye den ehia no but eno so ya de a eboa wo aware mu eno so ya de ye communication ye de eboa because ordinary ni ma wo sign say bibi nye den enko yie enti bia bibi na enko yie no wa ma wo sign enipa mu no abeka tro say kan wo nan bo ho kan wo nan ye den ebo ho ade no say kan bia obeka say wagu ani ma say but wa ma wo sign no
ano is it right say nipa bebre
every nipa bebre na make say wa ma wo sign no wa ma eye contact be about 10 times but who said your person kire but wo so wa ba wo name di na japade agu nchen ya obeba abeka tro say kan wo nan ye den etum se de be ya omo mutete nchen no hu se de na japade na ye den eti because e yo no kwa ne dia enti so ka tro say kan wo nan tumu a katum obi ososo a onye den on kan kire wo ni panim oni wo kofi a oso wodo na wo hu guo na me ma wo sign but na ye me se wo nye den wo hu enti se bi wa ye ko baby a eye a wo te kwa na wa ye den wa hwe menim kakra because e bia na me ma wo sign bi na wo so wo hu de me pese me ye den me pese me kire obi o hwa na saa de na o start na o ye no na bia onim saa se bia sign na wo de ma no se bibi nko yie e we den e wo ne ho eno so ye den ene so bua e ma ni je ye den e ma ni je ba nyame sure ba bia wo bia
yo me da say obaya sika pacho inte yesamo eye contact na eye communication tim pacho what wa sometimes me say me kunu boy wa baby ye pie pe oso do fa phone ma fa me phone no bibi na nya obi otumi text me e bia menka we ye say me ye say nti me so your communication no phone enye say bia ye can be foforo na say sometimes we do eye contact, sometimes we communicate through phone every cry not team be me not e chire and as saying to want to be for any emma me contact no the text emma contact mommy obi a trust and be wahana I'm surprised I'm happy not surprised it's coming from a man but say men only speak the truth if they want to. The truth always comes with a smile. You agree with him?
Oh yeah.
Already.
Because who said there are some men, not all men though. There are some men, no matter what you do, on kind of credential. Some men are pathological liars. Ain't here one panya yen day. Onka. Obey me, hey, he will tell you what you want to hear, but it might not be the truth. But what am I saying? Na ubisa who say intimi ko bisa ye na ye na say membisa na eden eye obi on kan no krane nkyere wo obeka nia at that time no wakoma ebeden ebeto wo yem na bisa say do I really want to ana say hear just anything because I'm pressing him to me de e kamen ko nkasa amre na wo so wo ye de uja no emre ne ba ono an no krane no anenum at the right time no krane and I won't say yes time is a healer oh ebia na sa asem no at that particular time o ka ede kire won so a ebia na efie ne beda ne egutu ti sometimes I was say yahome asem so na ye ma time eye den etwem nefe emre beba kra no mo ka kra nefe muto na mo se mo nti sa de we kra ne nka we mo ka ne samre na nka de ntokwa later mo me so na adane sedie. Oh, we fight or we argue over trivial things that do not matter. But even before I go further, I won't say obidi eyiba or say that sex doesn't solve every problem, and the person is right, you know. Depending on how you look at it, obi or say yeah, just a trivial issue. I don't see why you should be holding it. And Lydia obi be feel so me de me ho ka ne pe, you know, that issue should be solved. And I'm so then ho ka wa, that issue is solved. But there are certain issues. No matter the amount of sex, no matter nya obeye ebe solve this issue no. That is as where and no just say because we for and say bibi say we don't ho be coming no because Bible e ka setia. But what I say, would you perform your wifely or husbandly their duty? But you know, give it time. And then you talk about it. They be make come say talking about it is not about screaming or shouting or whatever. We are having a conversation. Why should I be screaming? But what I say, we didn't come or you didn't get home. A didn't know what's me. Why should I scream? Why should I shout? And I dear man say, Memma do nampe. I saw about routine. Now who came. Sadia ne do Ukraine and Konya day. Asam no kronka. But the moment on washana why you did. Now, Onkasano, not guilty be, they become guilt ridden. It's only choice. What you are not able to do, Sadia will say, oh, a hono, Musa Kumaba from Sudan and winning baby. I knew the truth anyway, but I wanted you to tell me. Now that you've told me, winning, let's move on. But what am I saying? Let's move on. Now, so your Obana, so Kuna, and as a bearman, I be likewise, all your bearman. No banos why ye be na adeni show mo se media men come. And I say, wouldn't him say be ebia na onim no kreno. You're just waiting for the opportunity time. On ya so onye ready, don't push him. Onye ready, don't push her. Because nye beko akofa ba no wan hwe asadi asem no. Ebetimi dia awarija ayede aba. Ebetimi ama relationship na ayede ebreki. Ba yen kan ye kan ye kin se mi jiwudi se wo ye me other half. Media nya obeke bia me magiedio. But one kasa wutim nebe move for say adia make say no cry. Nemukai, you see every liar must be, you know, somebody with a good integrity and say with a good memory. Because and trono toswana wouldn't try. Onya that chronocreno, the truth will catch up on you. Intimidate me as I make and say, what you see is what you get. But what I say, I told me be unconfess you so the way you speak your mind there and then. Not ebia ebufo so say bia when everything. No day you remove yourself. But you know, manukre end up with it. Let the person know say what you're black and also you're white. Where there is always a gray area, you put doubt in the mind of your partner. And that is not a good thing.
Yeda say, Mama, yeda was say, akabebre obaya yeda say. I must say opacho ma nukre enye nukre o debi nya debi. And that word trust, if it's not in a marriage or a relationship, it's also another issue. When there is no trust, it's a very, very big problem. And I say, one day we'll talk about trust as well. But this is screaming, shouting, and whining is not communication. Communication has two elements: the speaker and the listener,
Right.
or the giver and the receiver. If any of this is missing, it doesn't exist. So thank you, Labi. And now, no, mommy, who becomes the listener and who becomes the speaker? It can be both, but once you do in a relationship, one is always a speaker. They be and other way me say, and why me say, the day be will be become. Sometimes they put we women off, so the women can come back and say, kasa, and that's what you say. So when ohua onka, you still encourage say ohua can. Obeti your own tioka.
Who said they be as well? I can say a ma won't. Yeah, such say we are very emotional people. You know, be behind ya. We like to voice it out. Bema wo shame. Onuya mema ne nyoso obano kasadodo. And also what they be now yes no matter how trivial it is, patroti. Wuti krana mfanye ikra. The fact say wuti ne krano settles the issue. The fact say wuti no emanakoma eyeden ebafom nakoma etonem. I remember years ago, bibia sana me buofu na I was talking ni ade na me kumbi na no say oh darling, what dear you are right. O cancer na fe mi nsem nyina eden akamenu. Mpacho onim asema na nke bi ebe twa within a couple of seconds the issue was sorted. Na chese etomre bi a yen so oh bema ukra kasa dodo. Oba ukra kasa dodo. Me de jama me sen de bi asema akohwe etisen kro nueti. Ampo wo na bi a ya wo se sa de we eye trivial. But to the woman, a very big issue. All she needs is what? Is a listening ear. And now one thing, who should be the listener? Who should be the one, addressing nipa? With your hair, hano. Oh, yasa ubeti. Enti no kasa no why ye din na ye de wutie. Most often na no nipa person or bat in. What you tie ni amenka? Oh, maminke bibincho onia. It will not cut it. Would you kasa no ye din netie? Okase we bisan se mpacho we bi. Osia mitimi kasa. Oh, pacho timi kasa. Na wo so nya wo no na why den? Waka because the way kasa na when so kasa onia, that is not communication. Who is speaking and who is listening? One always has to listen and the other has to speak. That is what we are sharing information. We are transmitting information. Because make us o kasano. Why 18 and yonko de? It was so bitimiti. Whilst the other is what is speaking.
That's it. Oba, the same question. Who does the listening and who does the answering? And I say, maybe Obama do we are mekano because me pekasa would de bia warrior bako who issue de bia mayo bibi me still obeka na say obeka wanu atu
who say e was senior obeka no e was senior obeka
oba obi wo wa ka boko crowd nim say unya ma ono so obeka bibi o ene so masaya bibi o ebe wo de bia me bibi ato anso bo so wonka bi o anasa o pese wo ka bia o enya no se bia na beka bibi foforo. Oh, because our spirit, into still be busa and I say, oh, I don't mean maybe I knew and I saw the best and buy on your free America. And I say, be still, obey, I say, okay. Or no, some pecasa into my minion.
Oh, and I won't say, was any baby son. A dear be our baby sunny pebia, a word toner, a bit free one, no, I day, abba. And to say, why are dear, my yard dear, necessary will be Samia. Na me makacho se me pacho ma o de ma me nka de me pese me bisa wo no na wo hwia won so aye den wayi ma no but obi wo ho a o ma wo nka de wo ka no wa wo kasa no o ma wo nka na ono ntie de wo ye de wo ka because onim se de wa ye no wa anye ni ye nti no wo ka no obesa abamu aka se de wo ka no nya sa na ti me de ka wa no tu me de me pesa anya sa na ti enti na de bia me kasa wo ye de a wo kasa mintie no because onim said your ye no wanye ni ye enti ne wo bisa no no onya aso kra ne abotre ma wo na onye den na wontie bate ba ne sa so a enye de enye enti obi wo ho hu ni sa wo ye bibi kra be kasa o mi bisa no wo ye bibi o be kasa mi bisa no but e ba ne sa e ma no de sa de na ye den o de ahye na komemu o de sa de ne hye na komemu o ban so de sa de ne hye na komemu a kai hu se wo be ma no ho be kire o adenti na ho be kire o because onim se ade bia wo be ye bia obisa wo nka no kra nkire ne da wo hia se nka be ka no kra kire na na koma aye de ato ne yam odo e bia me hu text message say wo phone so me phone no koye den wo so wo phone me so me wo me phone wo koye den wo me phone so enti se we hu text message na se wa na wakofa na we hu but oba ne wo hu kwan se ni kunu phone wo hu bibi wo so na enkoyi a ese se wo ye den obisa sa na wo so hu bibi wo no phone so na enkoyi a wo se wo ye den wo so ye den obisa enti se ba ne sa na de o kasa ne de o tie no de o kasa no enka na asem na ne onu gyina nche na o tie na o ye listener no onu ntie de o kasa na asem na ohia na wo bibi ese se wo ka o we bia wo do de wo ka no kra nye sa na ye den etio obi o beti makasa mi twemu no mi hu se na wo ni obi gyina ha na bia nipa ni bu afukukukukukukukuku oba fie hwan na wo ni gyina ho no hwan na wo ni gyina ho no enye sa na wo so obisa no ma wo oba no anase be ma no wakoma nye de ento ye because ye mfa ebufuo emisa asemo ye mfa ebufuo embisa ade wo de ebufuo bisa obi ho do so de ebufuo be yiwa no eba ne sa enye den enye enti se nipa na ibisa wonni akoma ene abotre ne tie de oka ni nyina awie wo tie de oka ni nyina awie o so odo we de mesrew enye se ne wu hu no no sa na ye den sa na ti me pa chow se ni na ti wa chire machre no ama na akoma ye de ato ne yem no aka se odo se bibi sampo e na wu hu ye na ha wa me pa chow fa ye den fa cheme na de asumdue aye den e de aba afi nyame nhyira wo
yo me da se oba ya sika kakra me so me de be ka on se bibi wo ho na wahu na enkoyi a koso aka wo de ka wo dakro me na me ka cho obetie emema sometimes they are ego ne bossiness no ebi ade wo ka no ye so mintie but trust me okoda aya odwe no wo pa say hey asemi a me yiri ya ken na asemi oba ya ken wakama sempa because say if you keep harboring things in you I won't say ma you to me keep things in us na mommy okosia be me bi na say or give you ears the oka ketso say na tension e shift ko be man ho why because me kunu me ko kan ontie be man me ko kan ontie e bia me wadamfo bi wo ho obetie me onene ka ubenwu ani say hey afa me yeri one me mbonkomo bio me yeri me ye bi o nka bio e bia nya so nka o obi man good service wo ho enti na tension na has been shifted to baby a o no yesi abo bia didi kwa bia na so mbadwe no e ho no ye okay wo wa o bakra na ye bibia emfa ne humpo bio enti bo say later you want to correct it no na baby ho no nani akogye wo ho enti aye too late say wo be correct it and no sa we say this na kojoto araye no adai before obeba na die no acho oka bibia inu say ma ebi mu pekasa but still tie no ebi ade ye say ye nonsense no ono no ebi a ehia no pa hwe mommy me hwe a movie bi won movie like na oba no otwo no so da ye no ni kunu da ye no mo ni kunu nete na oba foforo ba ye no de akwala eba no si o say da ye no mo ni kunu bonkomo owunya say be ma na gya na yere ho ni oba ne ko ni ti ye no frɛ no odo maso da ye bi me so da ye no na me ne wote wo no oba bi di akwala abademu ya ne say wegya akwara ne wo wegya be ho na ne oba na ko da ye we kire me ase unim na me kwamhwe mu say na we so ehia ahyehyere afem to asa me serious da ye bi wo ha ehia ahyehyere because mommy enye da obeka say da ye but one day wote wana oba bi di akwala ne hey we me so wo da ye but me say it's all about communication ebia owodo me ni oba bi ani ba wo ba bia ebia na adwene bi obi a wa hu say bibi o to bi dwen wo saa na o de akoda ye mu ebia o dwen wo say ni kunu ni titi ana say ni we no odo me ni oba bi ani bibi sa ana bibi sa ni wo eye da ye keke sometimes wo be o say me yire boda man na da ye no so awaso no so me ma wo kire se era wo bi say udi aduane wo didi ama na bro so a sa wo but unya abotire ebi odo ntisa me ni oba bi ni ba wo ba bia and I say ni but in a movie no be man catch over say I think say you are going crazy say what bodama maybe you forgot to take your pill. I was like oh wait, this is not I know say one way or the other or me self I was like na da so no waso no but I be wo ha aya na ehia ma asechere o che na say ya obekọ back to bed boko ba o ya takashi yeah pacho nina is all about communication nyame show na emre be ma ye kwan na ye de yedwumedie no abedru next week ye beto aso me hu say comment bebre aba labi say sex is not a problem solver, it is only temporary fix. In most cases anger during leading to sex is only initiated and enjoyed by one person. I agree with you or I agree with you. Most women think dumping or exploding a guy is communication. Wrong. Exploited. And indeed it's wrong. Money doesn't bring the gap to communication. Okay. Eunice, you are dead wrong. Ego is created if communication is shaky. Really? Every man has a weak spot and vulnerable, but most women refuse to identify because they want to behave like stand in mothers. Mommy, where the overcard and I found.
Who said sometimes the men like their egos massaged? What I say? And I see it, every man has this childish thing about them. Yeah. They like to, let me tell you something. Spend time with the man, just communicating. Tell him what he wants to hear. They be Osoro from. They be Osoro, he's constantly on the phone with you. But Bisanwo, that is a communication. That is if he is your man. But if he is not your man, I guarantee you his attention will be shifted from his wife or his partner to that person that he's communicating with. And as any considering, I'll say ego is created if communication is what is shaky. And it's true. And I'll say that every man has a weak spot. Every single person has a weak spot.
Maybe not only mine.
Not only men, every single person has a weak spot. Like I said, it's finding that spot and massaging them. Hey, like I said, he wants to hear something. If he's not getting that from his own, he'll go somewhere else where he could get it from. Like my sister said earlier on, or they saying, they don't get the attention they need from home. When they get the attention from somewhere else, they spend their time. And then they become emotionally attached to the person. Until the emotion they're supposed to have in their relationship or marriage is dead. And now once that emotion, baby, it's extremely difficult to bring it back. Which means you, that woman, or you, that man, needs to work extra hard to bring it back. And I pray, sir, you will not wait to get to that point. Bible says, where your treasure is, that is where your heart is. Baby, we goody go no. Na wana wakoma ho. Enti onu a wo hwe ehe na we goody no egu. Baby, we goody no go no. Eno na wo so wo hwe se wakoma ebedi etwe. Se we goody egu baby na wakoma nso di baby a. Enya na etoje wa.
Enya na etoje wa. What you say? Etoje oba. O last message a o de be ma yeti for any ahwefo.
Etiefo ne ahwefo nyame hira mo pa. Communication there, and no na ye very key. And as a marriage. And no and our arena ebe ko akudwe there. Communication and a jinaso. And no and a nipa na woni na etwe mpna no meba ware atena se ya. Communication and aye den. Jinaso. Enti as say mama communication no aye tai. Obi o ho a ebi okọ ejuma mpo a wako break in the crown on me test in a half and I said, oh, baby, if you are my great another lemon, I'm quite more may a day. Echo. As I said, Nini, I communication. Baby, any panny a day or nam. Who start time say, Nipa, if you are making one answer, may you raise that time or break. They sending a massive cry and money hellos at any other. But to be a while, start getting a day. Ni was a be a quick jumemua on freno. Onko breaker on friend no into obe fear communication be any ho se nipa no se who communicate here we dwuma mu kra no pentem so be yeden obe be fie we dwuma mu kra no bi ni communicate obe ka se me da me do fu fi kra me pentem kra ma ya pon na ma yeden na ma ko eno na ye good communication eno na ye solid e betimi ma worry na say mu relationship amuwo mu se mu be ware daache no eno na betimi ama na ye den agina se communication ni wa e be ye den se mu betumi aye den etumi atena aye den ache because that communication no e be ma bibi obi akoma mu na se enko yi a ebufuo bi a mo na mu di nkomo na mo kakakaka no obi yi bibi woni mu aye den aba na half no so aye den aka bibi ama na akoma ato ni yem se na be ya adie si ne wo wu mu oh yes anet here any odo me pa cho fa che me what you say na be ma na akoma aye den ato ni yem na oba no so akoma aye den ato ni it is the American say communication here a important key for relationship and as a marriage it is a unique communication good communication and na oba da na program or ye catch us say communication ya dia ebe bua wo waware mu any relationship a we yede wo mu se de be ya asundue any wodo betimi atena mo nchen akosi da because onyankopon ni masem say aware de ochira aware buo enti communication ni wa respect nye den any wo obi o oni ni yire oni ni obi an communicate but enye nice e basa mo be dey na mo build family en kola be kam ho kura mo be ye dey communication there e bia wo bia e hu hia say ye dey utimi ne wo have mo communicate here say dey be ye Nyame nhyira wo sɛ wo ka ye ho. Nyame nhyira wo sɛ wo ka ye ho pa.
Nyame nhyira wo sɛ ɔka ye ho. Mempatwa wo last.
Medase. Onua ne se ne kan se communication na se nkita hodi. Eye bibia ehia pa ewo aware mu na se abrabom. So be bete ne nyonko ase, it's all about communication. Na se yankasa na se yenye nkita hodi a enti ase de nya de ebe ye adwumada. Hwe se busua besipi, se asafo besipi, se nipa brabo besipi. Sa woma abrabo ebekoye ni nyina eden communication. Na se ye bibia yentimi enye den enkonja ewa abrabom. Enti no onua mesre ebia na osi onia moken nyina me de me yededa. Hwe ade a menim said there is nobody that is ever perfect. We are all striving for what? For perfection. Enti no se mukena se wo saponi munsu na ye dwuma ne den kebi ka ho febi ka ho na me na meka so de wa wa no begina marriage no nso anade wo pebo da to Awurade anyim de obama wa brabo bekoyi nso obekoyi because effective communication is the key to living a happy life. Yankopon
Insura. Ase febi ka ho. Kebi ka ho. Awawar no obegina. Every do fancy ga say de kebi ka ho na waware no obegina ata. Na me sure wo yada se wo de bre ehwe ye. Awo ba da na dwumedie ye so. Same time next week, the bro from 11 to 12 and not 12:30. And I walk Ghana so 10 to 11. Me patro wo betumi ehu yen. Awo Facebook Prayer Witness TV. Ube hu yen na wa follow yen. Anytime you beba live, ube nya notification. And also YouTube, ube hu yen awo Prayer Witness TV. The patro YouTube no subscribe. Click it. Adoma no so anytime be beba subiano. And also ubenya notification. So what to make dear be now per se about the Roma wa. Ebi a we yet to we duane. Bibi a person ye be a person ye announcement mawa. Me patro me the number be betuja. Fred that number no one one can say be our shop. What per se ye baho ebe tra small video be mouth. Na say ye ba so ye sene na etwa gusa. Me patro friend number we 074 593 74776 0745 93 74776. Over to me after that number no. Offer that number now. Anytime bia ni bia person uni can be ampacho. Making sure say one ne beka na ye be no pepe amount. Next week apana odina ha oye de no oye ni say wo afa no wedi. Oda mo ntwa next week e de ne beba na I hope say e de ne betena ha. The we are all huri ya bomb mechia na ye ne de no. Obetumi abeye the same thing wa. Yeda wa say wunya bra o share ye. Ipacho share na nkoto obi enso phone so ana nkoto obi Facebook page so no say ene ye kasa for communication. Yes, communication is very important. Our real and our relationship. Hey, make try we say on control no one can ye. And I made it Jebid and cra and Marcosia Mansa son control patrol. And it's a wow far phone our frey. Ebia ma me papa, Mrs. Say communication and we here because of maybe a misinterpretation in tea. Why a yes, sir, wow before phone. Now when in that can abina ekia akosuya kwami kwe kuko jo say ena na me pese ye no emfa wo ni say waka 1 2 wentie mfa to koso aka one day trust me say obetie ye can be say edie entumi enya communication say the lab kan e pa to man ka say edie communication there be ebi wa ha ubie wa no ni say me yiri die obeka bibi ode ne sa fefa anwa o wa bodi akosia mansa oye wie problem no da so wo mo solve edie enye communication woni ne nka problem na wo no mo find a solution to that problem na mo hu how mo be overcome at the cross na make sure so come emma oba come emma enye o mere pekasa na ni communication skills na ntenko because as a bema oyare ochino oyare ene no ya no phone debia ada obeba no anya ndofo obi ama ne draw baby o enti se ebia wayɛ bɔne waka usi woyɛ no nke bi wa chale attention no obi ji na bi obi ji so a wobɛsɛ nya ne back no I'm telling you ayana it needs extra work me patrol next week you better to us so mo am sending message call me watch party no me nya mo one patrol next week we will talk about yours as well nyamin shroud edamo say my name still remains Mrs. Odo. The major was so a shepapenie. Yama me or Tim in Sabon Kumso, a friend, a lady, Pastor Senna, a big friend, a counselor one. Counselor no go our rear, counselor no on G our real go and to. But we are abusive and quantity actually, or Robert Famra Quan so. Oh, friend, no, not your bet would this so pepper. Trust me, our rear no, a big jam. Then you about Obaya Sikaso Waha. Oba on this sika dia cheso oba ono awo machine odi twa ne sika na emom owo sika opese odi brena fa breno ono onyim ko obefa so a obema na ye foforo mema ne ma na mode odo di agro no ta me chewa nim de meyo odi etwen mayenko next week e be saba same time next week see you next week nyami kan ho nyami sure a wokoda no bompaye na da Obada na jumedie so yes mom bye bye. Yeah, the program be brave your friends say Obada na from 11 to anajo 12. And yeah they say anajo esan say e was say nkwala na dam because you be kan about our wiemu nsem edie mu nsem say abroche ama na yes mu pegi yes mu sia say the person pass pe mu kunu no mu na slave queens no edge mu kunu no mu dodo kwateketwa enye hwe kwatekase enye hwe ye wode ani die so abotumi di oba yi ye wode ani die so enye hwe ye be church how we be super just the oba no etumi ewura ni mu yi sia me every Saturdays from 11 to 12 na mpe hu agro no e be ye de lembo make sure say nkwala nada bye bye. Hello, and you're not for me. The Eunice. Yeah, the Inchaya be bro. I have to need Ubada now. Wait me up from a Mrs. Odo. I met you was so a shepapeni. Yeah, the program be brave. I have friends say Ubada now from 11 to anajo 12. And yeah, they say anajo esan say I was say nkwala na dam because they be kan about our wiemu nsem, edie mu nsem. Say abroche ama na yesi mu pegi. Yesi mu sia say the person pass pe mu kunu no mu. Na slave queens no edge mu kunu no mu dodo. Kwateketwa enye hwe kwatekase enye hwe ye wode ani die so abotumi di oba yi ye wode ani die so enye hwe ye be church how we be super just the oba no etumi ewura ni mu yi sia me every Saturdays from 11 to 12 na mpe hu agro no e be ye de lembo make sure say nkwala nada bye bye.